Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna be ranking all the maps, but we got the Z guy. He's just doing Z guy things, so just don't question that. Z guy does Z guy things, but that's cool. Alright, so first map is Forest. Forest is the OG. It's a pretty cool map. I can't quite decide if I like it or not, but it's pretty cool, so I'm gonna give it like a 6 out of 10 because why not? Alright, next up is Beach. Beach has zip lines. Zip lines are cool. Beach is cool. Dang it. Dang it. The music is also really cool. I forgot about that. Because normally I have all the music muted. But yeah, Beach is a pretty solid map. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Alright, so next up is Canyons, but we just... we had a Reese join. Just out of nowhere, a wild Reese has appeared. So that's great, but moving on, Canyons has ropes and zip lines and cool stuff. So it's cool. So it's gonna get an 8 out of 10. And the Reese is just a bonus now, because why not? Alright, so next up is Caves. Caves is one of my favorite maps, one of the best maps. I used to main it all the time, and it's awesome, and somewhere. Dr. Bug, what are you doing here? I don't know. Yeah, down here. There's a Matt the Bat. Yeah, this guy matches my shirt. Matt the Bat. And you can make music, and it's cool, and it's fun, and it's Caves. So it gets a 9 out of 10 because it's cool. Yeah, next up is OG Caves, which I used to not really like very much, but after they like changed up the crystals and stuff and added just cool stuff, and especially when Lucy was still around. Is she even still around? I have no clue. But it definitely got a higher ranking. I think it's a pretty cool map now. Of course, like you can play crates and stuff. And I love the new location of it being with caves. It just makes more sense. Yeah, very cool map. Not quite as good as the new caves. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Alright, next up is Clouds. Clouds is awesome. And like, technically the second best now. It was the best. Crash. But yeah, this is my house up here. It's a very nice house. It has food and my backup glider. But yeah, Clouds is awesome and I could do some cool stuff in it. And it's my favorite map, well, second favorite map now. So it's gonna get a 10 out of 10 because it's awesome. And you could fly, and it's just cool because it's the best. Alright, next up is City. Old City was really cool. New City is, I don't know, New City. I like that because it's bigger and there's not cosmetics everywhere. But it's, I don't know, it's just not the same, and they still haven't done anything to the second or third floor. But it still is a cool map where you could do cool stuff. Like, come up here and watch rain. Very nice. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Alright, so next is Arcade. And Arcade itself is kind of boring. You know, there's Whack-A-Mole that was cool. And there's Beetle Bounce. But it's just kind of there. Like, it's a little broken. But yeah, it's a cool game. And then, of course, you have the virtualness of it, which, that's cool because it has cool maps. Bruh, let me up. But yeah, it's cool, and it's like a hangout, and there's a TV now, so nice. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10. Alright, next up is Basement. It's very forgotten about, and this is, like, impossible for me. Monsters are frozen, though. That's just great. But yeah, it's forgotten about and kind of boring. The only thing is, like, it has, like, couches, so. But yeah, it's pretty boring. I'm gonna give it, like, a 3 out of 10. Alright, next up is Monkey Blocks. Monkey Blocks is awesome and my favorite map because you can build things. Like, there's a ton of stuff. Like, there's the castle thing, and there's winter stuff, and there's the holiday stuff, and there's that stuff, and there's that stuff, and there's building stuff, and there's ice stuff, and a bunch of cool stuff. and you can build, and it's awesome. 10, actually like 70 out of 10. It's awesome. You could fly. Oh, it's tiny. It's cool. Concourse and rotation are just gonna be like in the same thing because they're like the same thing. Concourse itself is cool, but it's kind of boring once you do it once or twice. So it gets like 5 out of 10. Too basic.
Rotations fell off.
He's right. But yeah, this one is proceeds to die. This one is kind of cool because you can climb, but other than that, it's really boring and rotation is just falling off. And they don't do anything with it anymore, so kind of sucks. So I'm gonna give it like a 4 out of 10. Alright, next up is mountains. The lighting is kind of glitched, but it makes it look really cool, especially in this update. But yeah, mountains, I used to not like it, but one of my friends taught me how to like maneuver on the ice, and dang it, it became awesome. Oh, this is actually really cool when it's really dark. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm gonna give it like an 8 out of 10 because it's fun, and this is where me and my friends hung out a lot. So it just makes it even better. Alright, next up is Metro, and Metro has green thing on the wall. My wonderful son, who I totally didn't kidnap. I would never kidnap a child, right, green thing? Save me? Don't worry about green thing, he's totally fine. But yeah, Metro is really cool, because it's like, you can do stuff like that. And stuff like that. And you can slide around on this ice. And it's cool, so I'm gonna give it like, honestly, what would I give it? I don't know, it's a really cool place. It's definitely one of my favorite maps. So I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, because it's cool. Okay, next up is Swamp. I just punched my wall, but we don't worry about that. But yeah, Swamp itself, like just as a map, is just kind of like another version of Forest. But for some reason, these trees are easier to branch on than the ones in Forest, so that's nice. But this map is awesome because it has a lot of really, really cool lore, and I like lore because it's cool. Yeah, like that guy. And if I can find it. And look, it's Lucy and maybe like Daisy09 or PPPV, something like that. I don't know. But there's a lot of cool lore in this, and it makes it really awesome. So it gets an 8 out of 10. Alright, so that's the end of the video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and my rankings are cool, and you should totally agree with them. Or don't, I don't care. What do you have to say about my rankings? Proceeds to die, but that's fine, I'm sure. He'll be back in a moment. That is totally not creepy at all, but I'm sure that it's fine. But anyways, that's it. Farewell, people.